Hey guys, this is Donna Lay. Now, I know many of us have been itching to memorize the little card inserts at the top of the Lenormand cards, especially the court cards. They're very important when describing additional people that could be in the reading. So there may be more than just the man and the woman in the reading. You may have also other kings and queens and jacks going on in there. And if you don't know these cards by heart, if you happen to have a deck that, say, doesn't have the insets on it, or if it doesn't have a picture of what it is, it's going to put you kind of in a bind for knowing these additional people. So I want to go through these with you, and I bet I can get you to do this in 15 or 20 minutes to memorize them all. I did it all in about 15 minutes. There are only 12 cards in the deck that have the little insets that are the court cards, so we'll be focusing on these court cards. So I want you to go through your Lenormand deck. If you happen to have one, this is a French cartomancy deck that I took the borders off, and I like it better that way. But if you have that, take those out. There are only 3 of each suit. So you've got 3 clubs, 3 spades, 3 diamonds, and 3 hearts. It goes king, queen, and jack. And all the jacks we'll be having is the young courting men and the way we memorize, and the queens are going to have more of the motherly type vibe, and the kings are going to be the big wigs that have the biggest energy of all of it. It'll help you remember. So we'll go through all these, and get your index cards out. You're going to need a set of index cards, and I just clipped them up the middle to save paper. We'll be using them like we did in our last video to memorize by putting, say, the name of the king or queen or jack in the front in the suit, and in the back the answer of the card that it goes with. And you'll need a pen or paper in order to write on these. And that's it. Oh, chocolate. You're going to need your chocolate. And anybody knows in my videos chocolate is required because it has a chemical in it that helps you remember. So let's go. Let's do this together. Get these cards out. We're going to divide them into suits. So separate yours into the 3 of each suit, the 3 court cards. And here we go. Let's do this together. Alrighty, so I have all my court cards lined up. I have them lined up by suit and by rank. So I've got king, queen, jack of clubs, king, queen, jack of spades, king, queen, jack of hearts, king, queen, jack of diamonds. All right, so you really get a good look at these all together. And if you look at all the cards that I have here, which ones they are, I've got the house, store, cart. In terms of good and bad, of all the suits, we really only have one that's a very icky, bad suit. And that's the badly behaved clubs family. So picture these people running around with clubs in their family, clubbing everybody. It's the bad boys club, the clubs. So this is going to be our troublemaker family. Everybody else is pretty good, except for the jack of diamonds, which is our coal mining, scythe wielding guy. So we'll get back to him later. But that's really the only other card. Everything else in here is actually quite good. So let's break these down and start memorizing them. I would recommend, I have a favorite notebook here. I've taken all my notes. This is where I did my studying, and I'm going to ask that you have something ready with a pen so you can do this too. When you write something down with your hand, it goes up to your head better and you remember. So here's what we're going to do. One thing you need to know is that all of the jacks are going to be courting cards. So courting women, courting men if they want. They're just courting people, so they're the youngest of the suit, and they are looking for, I'll say they're looking for a woman. And we'll talk about the ways that they do it based on the cards that they are. The queens are going to take on more motherly, middle type roles, and the kings are going to take on the big, sturdy roles. The one thing you have to do is get out of the tarot mindset. So if you happen to think of swords as being spades, kind of get yourself out of there, because it will get you in trouble while memorizing these. You almost have to put the swords over here into the clubs, the trouble. But we can use the wisdom of the swords here in terms of memorizing it. But don't go into a tarot mindset. We're going straight for the Lenormand. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with our bad boy family. This is going to be our troublemaker. There's one in every crowd, right? So let's start with our king of clubs, and we have the clouds card. And of course, when you're doing a big spread like a grand tableau, this is the one you're going to go to, the trouble. This is where the trouble lies in it. So this is the biggest trouble in the deck. We've got our clouds here. We've got our king of clubs. Clubs sounds like clouds. You've got the, he's going to mess you up, and he's going to mess you up with your head. And that's all it takes. So the mess up family are the clubs. He's going to mess you up with your head. The queen, on the other hand, she bites with her tongue.
She's going to really zap you. So while he's screwing up your head, she's going to come and hurt your feelings. So she's going to poison you. This club, her club has toxins at the end of it. So think of a club with a jab at the end of it, like a scorpion. So her club has poison. She is the snake. King and queen troublemakers, clouds and snake. And then the jack comes in, and all he's got is something in his hand. All he can do is hit you with it, because he's not big like his daddy yet, and he hasn't figured out how to mess you up in the head. So he's going to do it with his hands, and this is the abuser. So the jack here, if he's going to go after women, he's going to do it by force. He's going to come, he's going to slap him on the butt, he's going to slap him in the face, he's a troublemaker. So this guy is going to be our courting guy who does it by force. Clouds, king of clubs. Snake, queen of clubs. Whip, jack of clubs. And what you can do now is get out your index cards. And I've already pre-made mine because I've already done my studying. So you get your king of clubs, queen of clubs, and jack of clubs. On the back side, you're just going to write what they are. So I'm going to take the queen of clubs. I've got my snake, all right, jack. I've got my whip. And then you're going to start testing yourself and turning them over. I'm going to do it for you right now. Okay, so I'm going to mix these up. I want you to tell me which is which. We've got the king of clubs. What is he? He's the clouds. The jack. He's going to get him by force. And the queen of clubs, our troublemaker mother. She's the one with the foul mouth. She's going to hurt you. Let's do it backwards. I'm going to shuffle them up. I'm going to ask you which one is the clouds. That's our king. The snake. That's our queen. And the whip. That's our jack. Let's add another suit. Let's get a nice suit. Let's get our happy heart and home family. So now this is a much nicer crew. So we've got now, they lived happily ever after. We've got the man, the home is where the heart is. Think of that, that's the king. That's the biggest thing, what we love is our home. Our home is where the heart is, the big one, the king, the big structure. The house is the biggest thing. It's bigger than a stork, it's bigger than a heart. It's the big one, big, big house. That's our king. King of hearts. The queen of hearts is the mother, and she brings the delivery of the baby. And here we've got the stork, the very critter that delivers the babies, has the pregnancy, kind of like the empress. And she's the heart, the mother. She takes care of them. You can picture her carrying a big heart in her beak here, having a big heart on her chest. This is the mother bird. She's going to bring you the baby. And easy as pie. Here is our little courtship guy, and what he's going to give you, he's going to love you up and down. He's going to get those ladies by love. He's going to sweep them off their feet, and this one is a real sweet Joe. He's got his heart, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. So the young guy here is all about the heart. So the king, heart in the home. That's the house card. We've got the stork, that's our queen. And we've got our heart, that's the jack. Moving them away. Are you ready for a quiz? Here we go. Queen of hearts. That's our stork. Jack. Jack of hearts. He's the easy one. He's the heart. And here we have our king of hearts. The house. Now I'm going to mix these up and put them with the ones you just met. The bad and the good. We're going to mix the happies and the miserables together. Are you ready? This was the miserable jack of clubs. How does he get his? By whipping it out of you. This is the king of clubs. The master of bad. He's going to mess up your head. This is the queen of clubs. What does she got? She's going to bite. Whereas the queen of hearts, what is she going to do? She's going to bring you a baby. Jack of hearts, what does he do? He's just straight out there. He's going to wear it on his sleeve. And lastly, the king of hearts, where does he find it? right there in his house. So now what I want you to do, we're going to take the next suits and we're going to get into diamonds and spades. Next we've got diamonds, which are like pentacles, which are like money, earth, coins. Here we go. So we've got things of the earth, such as, and this is the easy one, the king of money, the king of diamonds is fish, and fish is money, and that's another easy one. He's right there for you. He controls the world, this guy. Money, 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 money. So here's our king of diamonds, king of coins, king. The queen, on the other hand, she's the financial advisor. She tells us which way to go with it, the money, left or right. She's made of earth. We've got our path that's actually made of a dirt path. And that's our queen. And then we have our jack. He's still mining for it. He doesn't have money yet like his dad, so he has to click it out of the rocks, and he's into the mines, and he's looking for the diamonds, looking for the riches. Chop, chop, chop with his little scythe, with his little pick, and there he goes. And so if he's looking for a woman, what is he going to do? He's searching for that diamond with that pick. Pick, 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 pick. He doesn't have the money for it yet, though. Rats, he's got to get older until he gets there. So he's going to go out and he's going to find it on his own. So there we go. So we've got the king with the cash, we've got the queen, the earth, financial advisor looking this or that with the earth, and we've got our young jack, and he's going to find it one way or another by picking, 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 chop, chop, chop. And lastly, we have the spade family. They're the beautiful people. You know, the ones that have it all. So when you think of the top of the line here, we have our king of spades, and he is wise and wonderful, and he's the elder. The lily is the kind of wise. You go to him. He's the oldest one in the deck. He's our elderly, wise, wonderful guy. Even if you look at the picture here, he's got the long gray beard. He looks like Dumbledore or Gandalf, and so this is our wise and wonderful guy. And the lilies are kind of shaped like the spades. If you kind of forget, they kind of have that look with this lump here and then the stem in the middle, and so really wise. And if spades are about thoughts, we can use that to say like he's the wisdom keeper. His wife, she's just the gorgeous bouquet. So the spades are the happily ever after, and her bouquet also has that spade shape to it with the stem, and you know, beautiful spade family. So this is our beautiful people. I think of David Spade, the celebrity, if you were to talk about the beautiful people. So spades are gorgeous. Lastly, we have our child, our Jack. We have here our youngster who uses his spade to do what everybody wishes they could do, just play. So if he's going to get the girl, he's going to get her through play, childish naivete. The spades is just, he's more interested in fun and happy. So this is a kind of a neat family. You've got the really smart, wise elder who sits on the top of the hill. You've got the spade queen who uses her beauty. She's just a beautiful thing. And then we've got the youngster playing. This is our happily ever after. He uses his spade for spinning the hoops. And so if we are to take a look at these cards, and if I were to quiz you on these cards, here we go. We've got the queen of spades. That looks like our bouquet. Jack of diamonds. We've got the jack. He's the child. And here we have the king. Smart guy. Queen of diamonds. King of diamonds. Of course, he holds the cash flow. So if you feel you want to study in the meantime, this is a quick way to test yourself. I took all the jacks and then put all the 4 suits down. I did the same thing for the queens and the kings, so I just wrote them down. And then one at a time, I tested myself to see what I could remember, to make sure if there were any gaps there, I could go back and reinforce those gaps. So I memorized all of those that way. Then what I did is I took the cards from my cards and I shuffled them up and just wrote down whatever came up. Queen of Spades, Jack of Hearts. Just wrote them all down, boom, 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 boom. And then I went through to see if I could fill them in. Then I turned them over, did the same thing. It helps me when I write things down, and then you can just write the word down and see if you can guess the suit and court. So that helps to memorize. But let's see, if you need to do that, you can take a break to do it. If you miss any of these, that's a good activity to do. And right now, I'm going to give you a test to see what you remember. So now what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle up the whole kit and caboodle. I want you to shuffle them up. And I'm going to give you a quiz. Here we go. Jack of Hearts. That's right, he's a heart. Queen of Hearts. Remember, she delivers the babies. King of Spades. He's the wise one. Jack of Spades. That's a child. Jack of Clubs. Whip. Queen of Diamonds. Queen of Spades. Bouquet. King of Clubs. Clouds. Queen of Clubs. Watch out. Snake. Lastly, King of Hearts. The heart is where the home is. King of Diamonds. Of course, he holds the cash flow. Now I'm going to do it backwards, so I'm going to take the actual Lenormand card, and you have to tell me which court card it is. So we've got House. Which one is that? If you guessed a king, that's right. Which one? King of Hearts. Next, Clouds, the big kahuna. The club family, the bad club family. Jack of Diamonds. Now we've got the snake card. Which one is it? If you remember it's a female, that's good. You got your queen. If you remember it's a nasty one, yeah, it's from that bad family of clubs. The next is the heart card. Who is that? That's right. Very easy. He wears it right in his sleeve. Next, the lily. That's somebody wise, right? King of Spades. Next, child. The young one. Jack of Spades. Next, you've got your whip. He's going to get him by force. Jack of Clubs. Look out for that family. Bouquet. So pretty. You know it's one of the queens. It's one of the good ones. Spades. Fish. And lastly, stork. What does the stork bring? Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts. Scythe. Path.
And that's it. You did it. Now, don't forget to do your push-ups. You have to really kind of push yourself every couple days and just do your flashcards, write your notes, whatever it is you need to do, because you want to make sure that this doesn't slip out of your memory. But you did the hard part, and now the easy part is just refreshing. So good luck to you in your readings, and I would like to hear how you did with this exercise and whether you were able to memorize it. And if you have any ideas that help other people remember, put them down in the comments because that would be very helpful. Now go reward yourself and have some good chocolate. Bye.